To Into the Void.
Into the void. And we just as we've discussed before, this is Guy.
I'm CCC Genesis, everyone.
And because we were just talking about this several seconds ago, Ariat, please say hi.
Hi.
Okay, yes, there's Ariat in the flesh. Now, here we are today. We were discussing not too long ago about,
Place deck types, tiers.
all that other stuff. So we were thinking about maybe we could start discussing more on being a better player. Just
Or
going.
basic mechanics. Basically.
Yeah, basic mechanics. Just discussing things about it because Forcible, in a lot of its own ways, is very unique. It's very interesting. It's very different from a lot of the other card games. And some folks who are just getting into this are definitely going to have a difficult time getting used to things like the selective mulligan, how the side deck isn't revolving around battling against a very particular deck. How the different styles of play are, or how we have the rulers and how to decide. We do have folks coming in from Yu-Gi-Oh!
From Magic, from Vanguard, from Naruto, from Buddy Fight, from Bushido, from...
That's a lot of stuff that I didn't know about. Well, yes, the 3 or 4 players who play Wake Sauce and all those things. Okay, so let's get into it. First off, one of the things that really catch a lot of people off guard, I find, are mulligans. If you didn't know, when you draw your 5,
You gotta select the mulligan.
Yeah.
People have suggested to do aggressive mulligans, and I honestly am sort of against that. Yeah, you can have aggressively mulligan to find cards that you want, but if you have the cards that you already want, you don't need to mulligan them. I've seen people mulligan 4 cards in their hand at times. I'm just wondering, are they just trying to dig for something, or they just don't want to see that hand anymore?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's just a problem in translation for me, because, excuse me, I brought this up before with you and a couple of other guys. I keep hearing folks on the Facebook page, some really hardcore competitive folks say, well, no matter what, mulligan 3 or 4 cards. It doesn't matter what you have, as long as you have your turn 1 in your hand, mulligan the rest. And I don't know, I like seeing my turn, I like seeing the game in my hand, When you get that feeling where you're like, okay, I got my turn 1, I got my turn 2, I got my turn 3, let's go, I'm ready.
I like to see hands where I have options. I either have hands where I can do either turn 1 or turn 1. Like if I had a black or a red stone, I could do turn 1 Joan or turn 1 Scorn. I like to see the turn 2s being either dropping Mumia Grim or dropping Stony Death or Flames of Outer World, or even Burn to Cinders at that point, depending on the options. I like decks that have options. I like to have, I guess in the mulligan sense, you want a mulligan to draw your tempo plays mainly. You want to draw cards that interrupt your opponent's hand. You want to draw cards that interrupt your opponent's plays. And it also depends on the turn deck type you're running, the turn playstyle that you want to use. Playstyles are a huge part of your mulligans as well. For me, absolutely. I love the mid-range. I love having tempo plays. So I'll mulligan until I see turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. And then have follow-ups on turn 4, turn 5.
Absolutely. And actually, that brings up another thing that I was interested in. Is just the fact that the mulligans really do give you the ability to just almost change the way you play your deck. I realized when I was looking down that Dark Alice that I could actually just either mulligan for kill or mulligan for aggressive discard, and that to me interests me. It's very nice, the ability to just sit there and say, well, I don't need these right now. It's a bad matchup. No thank you. I could just put it on the bottom of my deck and hope that I could draw something else. And I like how much power that really gives you, the power of the choice of how you can combat a specific deck, whereas in Magic it's completely random, and that's...
It's not completely random.
Well, yeah, but...
Magic has basically... You have to draw the mana.
Yeah.
Unlike Force of Will.
Which is...
And then you have to rely on drawing into the mana, so yeah. But you have to mulligan into the mana.
Yeah.
That's a different type of playstyle again. And
then you get to the point where, well, I have all monsters. Well, I got all mana. There it goes. Where did my hand go? Where did the time go?
Yeah. I mean, even then, after mulliganing, you have to determine what kind of playstyle you are. Like,
Yeah.
your playstyle determines what you build, what you play. Like, for me, I love mid-range aspect. I love having the tempo. I love keeping the tempo up. Having severe amount of board presence. That's why I have my Valentina deck up here, because she is
Absolutely.
the perfect example of a mid-range deck. She has a great turn 1, she has a great turn 2, she has a great turn 3, and then from there, turn 4, she even has a really beautiful turn 4. This is when she starts hitting up the field, and when turn 4 and onwards.
Absolutely. Although, quick question. Why didn't you inform me of this? I thought we were just doing your babies.
Well, she is my baby.
But
But
I
the
have,
thing is,
I have no good excuse now. Where did it go? You left me out of the loop, man.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I forgive you. I forgive you. You're on my
I mean,
sensei.
yours is sort of a combo deck.
Yeah,
That's a
true.
certain play style.
That is true. Basically, I love going for this. Is
Like,
that
you kill your own humans off, and then you bring out kill everyone else's human.
absolutely.
Use a Mujar Stone to turn shit to human, you kill them.
That is true.
You're
That
a
is
combo
true.
based deck.
This deck really does head off at around turn 3, turn 4 when you have the ability to either Moonshard things into humans and then just murder them all, or Moonshard things into dragons, and here comes Susan with his gigantic 12/12 backside. So there's nothing wrong with that, at the very least.
And then there's control, and
Yeah,
then there's aggro. And boy, do I see a lot of aggro, and I'm so tired of seeing aggro.
these days, yes. Yes, indeed. Again, with the aggressive personalities here. We are here with our gigantic automobiles ready to just run everyone over. And that's exactly what we do. We get into our hot red Lancelots and we just mow people down. But, I actually, speaking about the that sort of style of play, what if we just built things against aggro? Wouldn't that give us a chance to just bowl over like a huge percentage of what's going on? Exactly. I mean, well, back in the day when Blazer Knights were literally, like, not literally, but most of what you saw.
I mean, Blazer Knights, I felt like wasn't that much of a problem. It's a tempo deck. It was actually more mid-range than it was aggro because they had a great turn 1, great turn 2, great turn 3 play.
True.
Mainly about Blazer Knights being so good is because they had those great 3 drops, great 2 drops as well. Snow White was an amazing 3 drop.
She still is.
So was Gareth.
Absolutely.
So is Flame King Shao.
Oh, Flame King Shao. The ultimate
Lancelot being
drop.
one of the best 2 drops in the fucking game.
Absolutely. Isn't it still? Isn't it essentially still one of the best 2 drops around? But, we've been thinking, like, I've been thinking about it for a while. A lot of folks have been saying that, in actuality, this game boils down to, a rock, paper, scissors. Where, like, aggro beats control, control beats mid-range beats aggro, and that's all there is, essentially.
Well, I haven't really seen a lot of mid-range beat aggro, but
Sure.
Normally when I play, I do beat a lot of aggressive decks, because I'm ready for it. I play Hearthstone. I play against aggro all the fucking time, so I basically managed myself. I played Magic. I played against all the aggressive decks. Yu-Gi-Oh! Just pure aggression, basically.
Absolutely.
It's OTK City in that fucking game.
Pure salt.
But I love the mid-range. Mid-range can be both control and aggressive. It can be aggressive decks by being control-ish. Like,
absolutely.
With Valentina here, turn 2 they swing with if I'm already turn 2, they go to turn 2, they bring out a Lancelot. Swing, I bring out Cinderella, block. Lancelot dies for free, I have a 2/8 body for next turn.
Absolutely.
And then play Shangri-La becomes a 4/10 body. So it has a better potential of blocking.
Yep.
And they can't get over it. Control matchups, especially with Valentina, can't do anything because I just flash in all the 2 drops, they can't Zeke's it. They can't really stop it, and I just have cards like Little Mermaid, Tragic Love, forcing Resonators to block to control the board state. I have Glyphnir forcing Resonators to keep blocking, so they have no more Resonators. So it's controlling the board against a control deck. You don't have to be aggressive to beat control, but it helps to be more aggressive against control decks. I guess you could say.
I guess, at the very least, it's kind of hard to argue with about 3,000 damage turn 2 or 3, with a lot of silence in between.
I mean, to be honest, you also forgot combo.
True.
There's mid-range, aggro, control, and combo.
A lot of people seem to be forgetting that there's not just 3. There's more, honestly.
Well, no, because
Really?
those are four categories,
Yeah.
and those are the 4 main categories. Aggro.
True.
I mean, there's different types of aggro, there's different types of mid-range,
Yeah.
different types of control, and then there's different types of combos. But those are just the 4 main categories.
Although, do you think that there is that much variety in other games? Well, we probably know Magic. Hell yeah.
Like,
there
look
is.
at Magic.
Yeah, look at Magic. Well, let's say the other popular game, Yu-Gi-Oh. Do you think there's actually that much variety in actual
No.
deck structure?
Nowadays, it's legitimately aggro and win. Like back then, you could have combo decks and win. Back then, you had control decks and you could win. Cold Force was actually a control deck, and I actually won.
True.
But it was a very aggressive control deck because Pendulum Summoning was a fucking stupid ass mechanic that should have never came out to begin with.
And here it is. And now everyone who is saying otherwise, well,
and now
Pepe.
everything is now aggressive as fuck, and either like Magic Specials was made to be a control deck, and guess where it is?
Really? Was it? Was
Yeah.
it really?
It has so many controlling cards, like tribute to banish a creature, tribute to destroy something, tribute to negate something. It has so many control cards.
Absolutely.
And it in itself cannot be destroyed is basically saying you had to kill me by battle, and you cannot use
1v1v.
I'm more forcing you to make use of your resources in order to do something. That's what control is.
Absolutely. It's kind of sad to see that falling to this point, but at the very least, thank goodness we have Force of Will.
Well,
At least
Force of Will, especially where we go to The Rock, is
Yeah.
mainly hugely aggressive players. I mean,
True.
there are some players that play control. There are some players that play mid-range. Me.
Absolutely.
I play mid-range. He plays everything.
I am pretty much. I am the master of none. That's why I get second place.
My
Pretty His team.
My team basically plays everything. We have aggressive, we have control, we have combo decks too. I mean, he's even part of my team, but he decided to make his own channel without telling me.
Hey, wait a minute. We're talking about me, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was the heat of the moment, and boy was it hot. This is the South, but hey, it's okay. You're in it now.
All right. Well, let's talk about the rulers and how rulers basically adapt to your playstyle.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was always wondering, like, okay, you choose your rulers based on playstyle. I choose my rulers because I think they're pretty. Which one do you actually think that one choice is more right than the other? What is it better to choose rulers because you think they're lovely and choosing cards because you think they're lovely, or do you think one should just buckle down and say, well, I don't really like the way this ruler looks, but I love how it plays so much. I think I should go for that.
There's nothing wrong with either one, honestly. To be honest, at first I thought I would never love Valentina because I thought blue was just the worst color in the fucking game.
True.
And it is still, by the way. Until Valentina came out.
True. And everyone tried to make Leviathan work. Look at me. Stop it. Stop. Okay, let's continue.
Alright. I fell in love with Valentina after I built the deck and I played it. I had Cheshire Cat, so I was like, you know what? It's the first actual blue ruler that can do something with blue. So I'm going to build a deck. I tested it. I fell in love with it immediately. It made my playstyle. And I loved some blue cards. I loved Little Mermaid, Tragic Love. I loved Cheshire Cat. I fell in love with Medusa immediately.
Absolutely.
I loved Alice. Alice was my favorite 3-drop in this game, besides Joan of Arc. I even made Lumia American Dream Girl deck, which was complete total shit, but I still won with it, and I topped it in multiple tournaments.
Only Sensei. Only Sensei.
But
Absolutely.
it was more mid-range. I was able to play it because it fit my playstyle. I loved it. It had turn 2, I had turn 3, I had turn 4. It was just fun. I loved it. Yeah. And I would just go back to build it if I really wanted to, honestly. Etna is also one of my favorite blue cards. And my god, she is strong. And in a deck where she cannot get flames anymore. She's stronger.
Okay. Absolutely.
Shangri-La.
There's nothing wrong with it.
No,
Nothing
Shangri-La,
wrong at
people.
all.
Shangri-La.
Absolutely. 2 or 3 on board. Oh, it fixes
Oh, my
all
heart.
the thing.
Like my heart.
No, I'm getting flashbacks here. I don't want these flashbacks. Not
Like,
right now.
And even then, like the rulers I play have very strong late game potential. Lumia has one of the strongest late game potential in the game, if you can make it to it. So does Valentina. The ability to keep flashing in and out Cinderellas.
It's
Then
wow.
coming back to 10-10s, 12-12s, 14-14s, 16-16s every single time.
It's strong.
I could legitimately have 10 mana stones with one Cinderella and be like, Cinderella, flash, bring back, Cinderella, block. Alright, Cinderella, block. Cinderella,
Yes.
block.
Absolutely. Actually, I was wondering that too. Do you think there's viability in every ruler? Do you think that you can just sit down and say, well, I like this ruler, and then just do it?
Every ruler can be played. I mean, yes, there are definitely better rulers than other.
Yeah.
For example,
Everyone talks.
Little Red.
Yes, everyone talks trash about little. I'm gonna make a good Little Red deck one day. I will do it.
Right, have fun with Death Scythe being a thing.
Absolutely, I will. I'll do it.
Death Scythe legitimately just killed the deck.
I don't care.
And then there's the Vingolf.
Oh, the Vingolf rulers. Yeah, who? Vingolf is a thing. I keep forgetting about that. It comes with 5, like 4 rulers.
Like Vlad's been basically the main ruler out of Vingolf that I've ever seen play. I've seen some Alexander's Top, but I've never seen any other rulers other than Vingolf that's being seen played.
True.
Because they're rather weak. They don't do really anything compared to other rulers in the game.
That they are.
Vlad had something that was so strong, was taking your opponent's life.
Yes, little by little. The fact they could just at turn 10, if you make it that far, just take it off.
And then I really want to bring in an important subject here.
Yeah.
Including the style of play. The main thing is side deck.
Absolutely.
Side deck is very important in this game.
Yes.
It also depends on what you're
game,
playing. Every game is important. Your side deck basically makes the other half of your deck and helps you win worse matchups. In this deck, against aggro matchups, I set in Maritime Soldiers, which bounce back Red Resonator. So it's like you sack Cthulhu, alright, bounce back your Cthulhu.
Yeah, let's see you incarnate again. At the very least, you're making them waste resources.
Yeah, you're making them waste resources.
Yeah.
I even cite in Branch of Druid Horai, which basically says rest 2 red resonators, rest 2 black resonators for attacking itself in the white mana.
Absolutely. I mean, it's wild to think about. And, I have no side deck. And we can look at our track records comparatively and find that, well, that might not actually been the best idea.
Well, to be honest, between you and me, we never actually side in and out.
True, just between us. Oh God, I don't even want to think about it. No thanks. No, not my heart. But yeah, it really is important to put in a side deck for sure. Being able to switch out things just in case your deck isn't working enough.
Like you could ask my friend Joel when he asked to play my side deck. It was just playing Wizard. All right, so I side in Druid Branch of Horror. I side in forgot what the card is. So 1 mana light that says remove target Dark Resonator.
I can't remember. But
and then I played what was the card again? Apollo Breakspear. And he just said your deck was legitimately hate to make black. No, I said my deck is made to hate everything of black and red.
Absolutely.
Black and red are very popular colors. Green is very second to none, very closely popular. Blue is legitimately the most hated color because of how weak it is. I barely see any people play blue unless it's just green-blue, just to draw a card from Treasure Account mainly.
Yeah, so that's kind of sad too. I would like to see more blue decks being run and being used well. I mean, can't you just throw in the Shangri-Las in the new blue deck, more or less? I have seen
the water resonators to use it, yeah.
Sure. I haven't seen a few off the wall blue decks like a pure blue Priscia, and I don't kind of.
Persia could technically do everything because of her unique ability to filter out mana for all her Sacred Beasts. But I still think Mono Green Persia is probably one of the best way to go, is just to ramp up as fast as possible so you can God Art and kill your opponent.
Absolutely. Actually, on the subject of side deck, Valentina 2.0, a lot of folks are talking about how since 7 spots of your side deck vanish if you're trying to use her for most effectiveness. do you think that actually stunts a deck if if 7 things are completely unusable?
You basically just like 7. You're already using 7 slots, yes, but the thing is, you slide in for matchups that you know you can't beat.
Okay.
Like you see decks that are running black, you think they're running
Shadow Barrier.
Shadow Barrier. You automatically slide in things like Blessed Wolf, Dreams of Juliet, things that destroy additions, Holy Grail, for example. You just destroy additions, basically.
Absolutely. So yeah. Well, there's that. I always feel as though it's best to, even if you're going in for fun, even if you're going in, well, I'm going to be casual, I'm not going to be competitive. It's always best, no matter what, to sit down, put thought into it, and try and make your deck the best it can be, because that's what you owe yourself. That's what you owe the deck. That's what you owe these gorgeous girls that sit on their thrones and make the dang deck work. You know?
And on that, I mean, we could technically touch the subject of deck building if you really wanted to.
Maybe we should at one point or another.
Deck building is very fun, in my opinion. That's like the best part of every card game is deck build. Some games kill it though because it's just based on archetypes and
absolutely
like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh. There he goes. Yeah, absolutely. Wait, what? Really? Vanguard too? Oh, by the way, I've never played Vanguard. I can't really.
Vanguard is legitimately just based on archetypes, just like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Ouch. Well, there's that. When it comes to Force of Will, though, I don't suppose you really have to worry that much about putting all the same kind of cards into one thing.
No,
as far as
every card is legitimately different. There's not one card that specifically says work for only this certain archetype.
Yeah.
Every card works for everything.
Although, would you ever see...
I mean, I guess Link King Shadow just says only works for fire resonators, but you can technically still run in every deck just to do a 400 AoE.
Yeah, that is legitimately really good. Do you actually think that it is viable to play... Well, obviously you do, but I'm asking for rhetorical questions at the very least. Do you even think that running multiple colors, is it good? Does it dampen the reliability of a deck?
It dampens the consistency of it, and trust me, it has. I've run like multiple color decks, like 4 color decks, and trust me, it's not the most prettiest thing ever when you just draw the worst of hands with the worst of colors.
Absolutely, but we have seen a lot of your multicolored decks, well, thus far at the very least, just really being able to pound down. Like, should people shy away from trying the multicolored decks if you
want to try a multicolored deck, go for it. There's no reason not to try it out. The only thing is, Split Heavy Nerf is a card, but I'm assuming if you're just playing for fun anyway, it doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
If you're playing competitively, Fear Split over. Play your Split Heaven and Earth.
Absolutely. Though, in the end, should those terms really be used, like, separately? Shouldn't we all be playing for fun? Yes. Like, have fun competing, essentially.
Yeah. I know people are going out there for blood.
True.
But I just love looking at people's faces when I'm having fun, even if I'm losing. And they're like try-harding, and I'm just like, alright, no, I'm winning.
Let it go. Let it go. So that's at the very least what we've been able to put here. I was also wondering too, like, a lot of people still also have that same idea that you need to have like certain kind of specific cards in your deck. Like you need ratios. You need this many resonators. You need this many spells. You need this and that and the other. But in the end, do we really? Like, we've seen crazy things like Resonator less Vlad. We've seen things that have run like.
I mean, Vlad's different. Vlad has an indirect way to kill you.
That is true.
Unlike a lot of rulers.
But then again, a ruler is essentially a gigantic resonator. Can't you typically really do that? Like, just...
I mean, there's Raven decks that do it.
Oh yeah, 20.
Baja Blast, Cancer.
Okay.
Valentina 2.0.
Valentina 2.0, ladies and gentlemen.
There's Raven decks that do it. I even mentioned the Lumia 28 Regalia Lumia deck in the last one.
On the subject of Vengolf, 28 Regalia Caesar has been a thing I've heard about. Just go ahead and throw her in, draw a bunch of Regalia, and then just then fly punch.
I should just rather play Valentina 2.0 at that point.
Absolutely. Pardon me, guys. So, at the very least, there's that. we shouldn't really ever feel shy about choosing the ruler, especially a lot of folks. And when they start, I've noticed that a lot of them don't. They just look at a ruler and just think, well, maybe I can, maybe I can't. And a lot of folks also just see some of the old rulers like Alucard, like Christie, and just think that they
Christie's
should.
a force to be reckoned with.
Hell yeah!
Especially in Imperial, that's she's scary.
So in the end,
Have you fight at 20, fight at 2,000 attacking Christie. That can't be targeted.
Do it.
Have fun.
We dare you. If there ever is a question about it, don't let it hold you down. Like, isn't that essentially what we said last episode? Just don't let it hold you back. And hell, you never know what could be the next meta at this point. You never know what could top. You never know what you could punch it. Tell one of your stories. Fortunately, he's wiping the floor with some.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I actually played Fortunately. This was my first tournament deck, and my first tournament deck at the Rock. I was in the Mermail. It was like the Mermail Macro Rabbit format.
Absolutely.
I actually went top 8 with my first deck. I was playing Spellbook of Fortunes, and I just brought out like 4,000 attacking Fortunately Darks and just punched for games.
Absolutely.
And I kept bringing out more Darks to just keep swinging, and I killed my own Fortunately Darks, and then killed them with like water and fires, and kept bringing back Darks and kept swinging. And I made like an endless loop of continuously killing my own shit and kept killing them at the same time.
Absolutely, and it's almost like it's not in this particular game. At the very least, how I feel is that it's not even in the same sense as like how people are like, oh, it's a rogue deck. They don't know how to deal with it, so that is why you lost, or how you won, because no one. But it kind of feels like no. In this game, no. These decks are legitimately scary. These rulers legitimately have things I could just say. Shut up! I'm good.
Like go to Abdul. Like Abdul says, I blank everything. Fuck you.
Pretty much. And again, Livia just says, hey, you know what? I'm gonna have a second hand.
Fear me, because that's more options.
Yeah, absolutely. That's more reasons to say. Oh yeah. Oh, on the subject of Christie, yeah.
Christie was the original. Christie was the original Blazer.
Absolutely. And you never know what's going to be relevant nowadays too. With the rise of Elizabeth, we're seeing Dracula again, and that's great.
You know, I've always feared Dracula. Not gonna lie.
Absolutely.
Dracula was scary.
Does he have flying?
Yes, he has flying and imperishable.
Oh my God! What the?
And with red regalia and the white regalia,
Yeah.
you get to swing and kill something that you want forever.
True. Guys?
And with blood sucking impulse and dual troops being a card. Like I said, he's very scary.
Yeah, they are at this point.
He has the potential of being scary. But again.
People, look at me. Okay, ready for this? Do it. Just do it. Don't let your dreams stay
We're
dreams.
not doing this. We're not doing this.
Okay, alright, fine. Okay, but yes. Okay, so we've prattled on for probably the last 30 minutes here. So, do you have any closing thoughts as far as how we should decide on what decks define our careers here in Force of Will,
well,
our lives
mainly
as
I want
players?
to talk a little bit more about the side deck. The side deck should be according to what's in your meta at the moment and what you think will be the meta. For mine right now, the meta at the Rock is basically aggro, so that's why I have aggro. And if it's not aggro, it's usually black. So that's why I have aggro and black hate cards.
I can't wait to not fight you in the tournament on Saturday. If I do, I'm not gonna have a good time. It's gonna be so bad. I'm finally gonna get knocked down. Gonna get that win. It'll be great.
Well, thank you for watching us. I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, so it's been lots of fun. We would like to talk with you guys some more. This has been great. Thanks again, CCG Genesis.
No problem.
You've been taking a permanent spot here in spite of the fact that you're. Should we just keep calling you a guest? How?
I mean, I'm basically your team leader, so if you want to just
no,
keep
not
me as your
basically.
guest.
He is literally, or he is sensei. He taught me everything I knew about Force of Will. And
well, I am the team leader, but if you want me to be an actual part of your channel, that's fine. But I don't really care if you just want me to come in here every once in a while, just be a guest, or if you just want me to be a permanent part of your channel.
Viewers, You don't get to decide. Thank you very much for your time.
Wait, they don't get to decide?
No, they don't get to decide. Okay, thank you very much for coming by. Like, link, subscribe, etc. Don't forget to be awesome.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment. Okay.